Welcome back, folks. My name's Anthony Valentine, the camper nerd. Today I'm going to be selling my own personal car that I've enjoyed for the last couple of years. Forgive my voice, I've got laryngitis. I'm 1 week into what the doctor said will take 2 weeks to fully recover. So I'll keep the words to a minimum. 2010 Mercedes S-Class. It's the I think they call it the 350, do they? 350, but it's got the 3 litre turbo diesel engine in CDI. Blue efficiency model. This has been fantastic. I bought it cheap in the trade a couple of years ago on my next car dealer. So when I saw this, and the condition of it was just fantastic in the inside, which I'm going to show you shortly, it was in limp home mode. So as I say, I bought it in the trade cheap, or cheaper than it should have been retail at the time. Took it into ADS in Preston. Feel free to Google them, but I'm going to show you a couple of the invoices and bills from my ownership. I told them to go right through it with a fine-tooth comb as I'm keeping it. It was something, a pump. It's on the invoice. There was a pump or something, a vacuum pump, and a couple of vacuum leads. So they went right through it. Cost me just, I think it was about £2,000, but it was right. I do like my cars to be right. Then a couple of months later, I was just hearing a few squeaky things. I'm nickety. It turned out the rear shockers, there was a fault with one of the rear shockers. So that was another expensive bill. 2 Mercedes rear shockers fitted, imported from Germany. There was no change out of £2,000 then for that bill. So it's absolutely perfect. And the second time when it went in, they fiddled with the, it's ADS, they're a proper garage. They fiddled with the ECU. I told them I don't want any boy racer, brake horsepower, belching black smoke. I want it to be done properly. So they've changed or fiddled with the ECU, done what they do best, and they've taken it from 235 brake horsepower up to 290. And I think it was on 540 newton meters, and it's gone up. I'll get those figures confirmed, and it's gone up to 620 newton meters. So it really does drive well. It pulls like a train, no black smoke. It just drives perfect. Also, I replaced the original wheels. There's the original wheels. So these come with the vehicle as well. You've got a matching pair on one axle and another matching pair on another axle. So them tyres and treads are okay. But I changed it to the later turbine wheels, and it's got the latest Michelin Pilot Sport 4 tyres all round. Now they've only been on about 18 months, so as you can imagine, it's not done many miles. It's only done, I think, just over, we'll have a look shortly, it's just done over 80,000 miles. So it's low mileage for a 12-year-old Mercedes S-Class. These are well renowned for doing, well, spaceship miles. I often see them over 200,000 miles. I had my personal number plate on it. The neighbours couldn't believe it was a 12-year-old vehicle when I told them. Yeah, it's lovely. There's not a mark on it really. We're being super pedantic. What can we find? I think there's just, say these wheels were 18 months old. And there's just a couple of little, I'm being really critical here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. All the outsides are fine. Quick look under the bonnet. Oh, my voice is struggling now. I'll keep trying. So you have it. Mercedes V6 3 litre turbo diesel. At the same time, it just didn't start just once about 2 years ago. So I bought that brand new battery. It's one of the latest ones. I don't know, you have to Google it, but it's one of them gel types. That cost me £200, that battery. That's 2 years old. Oh, a bit harsh with the bonnet. Okay, so fault-wise, just in the last 6 months, it's just developed a couple of foibles. Nothing much really to be excited about. The driver's heated seat has stopped working, so just the driver's heated seat. Randomly, Just now and again, if you reverse the mirror, the driver's mirror has a life of its own. Let's see if it'll do it now. No, perfect. I say virtually always. Maybe 1 in 10, when you put it into reverse, that'll just move around. Perhaps there's a setting you can do or something. That's about it. Now the other thing is, as I say, this has just developed in the last 6 months. The heater coil light stays on a little bit longer than is normal. Just put it into park, and just while I'm talking and showing you around, I'll just turn the air conditioning down. So it just takes a little bit longer to go off, but it does go off and stays off. However, again, just randomly, if you're driving on the motorway, it can just pop on just for about a second or two and then goes off. So it's not showing any faults on the dashboard. How do you get into the settings? There you go, 0 messages. Everything works as it should do. Bluetooth, you can put I've put a memory stick in here, a micro SD in there with MP3 files, and that works through the radio. Everything works as it should do. So yeah, so the coil light's just gone out now, and that will stay out. But as I say, it just could just pop on for a second or so. Now it's clean this. It's got, I've had mats over the original Mercedes, mats over the original carpets. It's got everything that you would expect on an S-Class: electric seats, front lumbar, remote central locking, cubbyhole in the armrest, electric windows all round, of course. Everything works. Folding mirrors. It's lovely inside. There's barely a mark out there in it. Only 1 key, folks. It only came with 1 key. The other thing is, I've lost the Mercedes book pack and Mercedes service history. It did have full service history. Now, if I remember rightly, it was just the last 2 that were independently serviced. But I just can't find it. I've looked. I'll look in the next week while it's on eBay and update it, but assume it's lost, which is such a shame, folks. I sold 2 Mercedes last year, so I can only assume it got mixed up in those. I had 2 vintage coupes, W126, and what was the other one? A 140, was it? I remember. But yeah, back seats have hardly been sat in. Everything's just as it should be. It's lovely, this. Front and rear parking, rear vanity mirrors. Just open the boot. Again, everything presentable as it should be. Storage, and then under there is your space saver spare wheel. So yes, this is my 2010 Mercedes S350 CDI diesel, blue efficiency. It's had the ECU converted and chipped up, call it what you want, to 290 brake horsepower. That can be reverted back if you so wish. I think it'll probably be just over an hour's labour and the cost of running there. So if you want it to go back to the original factory setting, just add £100 on the final price. I think it's got about 4 or 5 months MOT, not a single advisory, totally perfect. Again, if you want 12 months MOT before delivery or collection, just add £50 on to cover the price of the MOT. But other than that, that's all. I'll be happy to deliver this anywhere in the United Kingdom myself, free of charge to the new owner. That's totally free of charge in the price. All I ask is a lift to the nearest train station. I can't be more confident of that. As I say, I've described the 3 little foibles. The coil light stays on a little bit longer than it should do. The heated driver's seat doesn't work. And randomly, 1 in 10, if you put it in reverse, the driver's mirror might just move and you just adjust it with the electric adjustment button. But other than that, she's ship-shape, ready for the next owner. Yeah, this'll be lovely for years to come. I don't think there's barely a mark. I was quite fussy. Can I find any scratches? I can't really, no. I've just given it a quick wash off and a wipe over with a leather, and it's as nice as when I got it. Okay, good luck. Any questions? My name's Anthony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. 0798 526 1078. As I say, it will even come with the original Mercedes wheels.